Let's set the record straight. You and me, we ain't nothing alike. Let's set the record straight. Those words you say, they hold no weight, they like. Let's set the record straight. You'll never break the man before your eyes.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another custom die cast review. Now, this is easily my most detailed custom I have ever done, ever. 124, 164, it does not matter. This thing right here has held the most the most details I've ever put in a 124, again, or 164. Immediately, first thing you can see that I've never done before is this little FedEx logo right beside the driver's seat. Now, I do have to give credit to Joey, one of my longtime friends. He kind of suggested that. Now, I did want to do, I brought up interior sponsorships, but I didn't really know how. Or I didn't really want to, just simply because I didn't think it was necessary, because it was kind of hard to see. And he kind of pointed out, well, why don't you put it, right there? And I'm like, oh, it's not a bad idea. So just to kind of have an idea of what this was before, I will leave the link in the description, in the description to the original diecast review of this car, brand new, out of the box, no customization, no nothing. Now, of course, I have made this into the Martinsville race win. There is one thing that I could not add, and that was the name above the driver's side door. For whatever reason, it didn't have it, but it did on the other side, so that was something that was kind of weird, and I didn't notice that until after the review. Not only that, we have a painted spoiler, which, is normal, a painted banner, which is not normal. I was able to keep the high-quality Toyota little squares there. Window net down, that is always something we have done, and here's something I kind of want to tease just real quick, but it does get better. So the back end right here, this was an ARC diecast, right? Just ARC, you guys know the detail on the ARC. You got the hood opening and the roof flaps opening here. Well, if you take a look at this, yeah, look at that. That's cool. I like that a lot. And again, it just gets better. And again, I'll show you that here in just a little bit. A few things just I added. It did not come with any winter stickers, so I added two, of course, which is accurate. This was a plain paint scheme, so it did not come with the playoff diecast, or not diecast, but the playoff logos. So I have them bad boys on there, and I'm custom made the round of 8 little, triangle / rectangle, whatever you want to call that, there. So I added that as well. Of course, I got the detail for the little driver's seat. I do want to eventually add people in the car. You know how cool that would be? I don't know how to do it, but I have seen people do it one day. I will be one of those people, and I don't really know how to do it. But I will get to the bottom of it. But anyway, yeah, so on to the actual detail, so you guys can kind of just wait a little bit more. So that's some stuff I added. Here's the hood, not a lot, just, FedEx on the hood and stuff. Again, I'm not going to show you any of the interior details until later, because those are a very special thing. So right here on the front, got a little bit of race wear, not a whole lot. There's a big old chunk taken out right there of the front end. Got the Hamlin banner there. Of course, you got the, zoom out a little bit here. I kind of put it too low. Anyway, Hamlin banner, it is printed for the text, but the actual, it's not done very well, but the banner is painted, and so is the interior detail there. You can kind of see the roll cage is painted silver too. It's really hard to see, but it is, I promise. Got the roof cam up here. Or is that the antenna? No, that's a roof cam. Antennas are back here. I would have added the antenna because I do know how, but it's if you go to put it in a box, it just doesn't fit. Which is unfortunate, so that's why I never do that. Got FedEx ground, roof flaps. I do deploy, the other one does too, just kind of stuck, I guess. I gotta kind of pry that open. Got Hamlin right there on the back. There is no DIN number because this was a custom. I tried to block out the DIN numbers as much as possible. Got the FedEx right there. Of course, you got the yellow, whatchamacallit here. Spoiler, there we go. Now, again, not going to show you the inside just yet. We'll do that in a little bit. Got the FedEx.com/Sunday delivery, I believe that said. Maybe. Yeah. So there's that. You got Toyota, if you'll ever focus. Over here on this side, we got the little white mark there on the tire. You got a little bit of a scruffed up mark. I believe that's where Bowman made contact with Hamlin. Got the winter stickers there once again. I did remove the window here because it was a short track, so I removed the window. Just a little bit more detail there. Oh, I forgot to put the the plate for the exhaust. Oh well. Normally I do those. I just kind of forgot on this one. I'll have to add that later on. Got the 11 right there. Sports clips. Of course, you got the round of 8 because this was the Martinsville race, of course. And then got the NASCAR Cup Series Playoffs logo. Let's see. You got sports clips once again. So you got the Goodyear right there. A little bit of the race where I kind of showed earlier. So now on to this side. It's a little different. Not a lot. Got the window net down. Again, you can see the detail in there with the FedEx logo and the roll cage is painted silver. Nothing else is really painted, which I could have painted a little bit more. On the B post, you have Joe Gibbs, Offer Pad, Coca-Cola, FDX, and Toyota. I should probably also mention that the winter stickers are from Darlington and Talladega. No. Was Talladega 2020? What other race did he win? I want to say it was Talladega, but I think I'm wrong. I think that was 2020, not 2021. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that the whatchamacallit was the one win for the offer pad, so that was Darlington. A little bit of detail back here. Got a blacked out wheel. A little bit of gas spillage there. Not my favorite on this quarter panel. I do, because I tried to bend it in a little bit. That did not work. So, it is what it is, but, you know, I tried. Underneath, again, not going to show you the detail just yet, but you'll have to be patient. I promise you it is coming. There's our underneath detail. Of course, we got the painted axle stuff back here. Got the red gas can, or the gas tank, fuel tank, whatever. The drive shaft back here, transmission, this front half was already painted. And if you look closely, you can kind of see the detail that I'm about to talk about, but too late, unless you go back and pause. So, here is the biggest thing that, like, I was super happy about. So let me open the hood real quick. Just get a little bit of beating to it. There we go. Now, we have not seen this on a legitimate diecast in quite some time, but you have seen it with the Richmond race version I did for Junior for the 2008 race. We got the rubber bands back. So it's kind of like tethers. So we got rubber bands back on the car for this one. And again, it's kind of like the tethers. It got Mobil 1, Toyota, and FedEx underneath the hood there. So there's kind of the engine detail. Not a lot, just those two little rubber band pieces. But here is the good part. Right here in the back. Of course, it's the place where, you know, it doesn't want to focus. Because, you know, why would it be? So, again, this opened earlier, so we are going to demonstrate that once again. It's kind of hard to tell, but the tethers, well, air quote tethers are in there. Again, that's just the, oh, you can't see. Oh, it sucks. Oh, I don't have a flashlight or anything. Oh, I don't think I do. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that sucks. And you guys need to see this. This is some important detail. Wonder if I, like, lift it up. Yeah, you can kind of see it in there. Not really, can you? Well, it's in there, I promise. And, believe it or not, the fuel cell is in there as well. I was trying to put as well in fuel and it came out fuel cell. But yeah, the fuel cell is in there also. Again, you can't see it, but I promise you it's in there. Now, you may be wondering, well, how in the world did you manage to do that? I took a 2008 Dale Earnhardt Jr. donor diecast from the COT era, of course, where he placed, or like little plastic piece back here that holds the deck lid on. Took that off, put the little hinges in there. It doesn't look too great, but it does at the same time because it doesn't poke out, and I love that. It's kind of tucked away, like really secret-like, and I really like that. So, again, the tethers, quote tethers, are just rubber bands. I kind of tied to the engine bay and then glued to the hood, and then I glued to the back of the bumper, and then to the top of the deck lid back here. Then for the fuel cell, that also came from the Junior diecast. I just kind of popped that out of the back and put it in here. Yeah, you may not be able to see it, but me knowing the detail is in there is always an A+ to me. And I wish I had the courage just to sell this thing, because I know this would be a pretty profitable project. I mean, I know it would. That would be at least around a $200 to $250 diecast right here. I'm not trying to, like, up my, like, skills or anything. Like, oh, yeah, I'm great at these. I mean, I'm okay, but, you know, I got my flaws here and there. But people, especially how big the incident was, how Hamlin made a fool of himself and, he called Bowman a hack, and that just took off. Just because of those little factors, that helps boost this a whole lot. Now, you guys know me, I like making sets, like, first place, second place if it comes to a dramatic finish, something like the Hamlin and Bowman thing at, almost at Darlington and Bristol. That didn't happen. At Martinsville, I can't bring myself to do it because I know I don't really have time to make another one. But again, man, this is just a fine piece. So basically, I took an RC diecast, added some of the elite, quote, elite detail. Of course, opening deck lid. And then there was the little tethers, again, quote, tethers, because it was just rubber bands. Added the playoff markings, actually painted the banner. Just because of all that stuff, this is like my most detailed custom ever. So here's like 5 or 6 things that I've done for the first time on a 164. Interior decals, or decal, I guess. Adding the correct, like, winter stickers, playoff markings, stuff like that, right? Now, normally I'll do the banner and the spoiler, but I never have the Round of and the Cup Series Playoffs logo. So there's that, and then the opening deck lid, never done that before. Adding the fuel cell, never done that before. And I'm kind of going to do a halfie on the whole tether thing because I did it in the front of the Junior Richmond race version, but not the back. So I'll kind of give a half point for that one because I did it on both for this one. And I removed the right side window just because it was ran out of a short track. So that's like, what, 5.5, 6.5 things that I've done that are brand new just to this car alone. Now, normally I would just kind of progress, just slightly make some progress on, whatever I'm doing. No, I just kind of came out the cut and I was like, hey, here's this. So, yeah, there was that. I thought it was a pretty cool diecast. And also, I might add, you guys might know, my cat, right? She has broken a very precious diecast to me, which was a 2007 Budweiser Dow Jr. Elite 124. Yeah, knocked it off the shelf and broke the splitter off, broke the windshield out of it. Heartbroken I was, dearly, so I had to repair that. Not only she did that, I swear she tries to sabotage my projects or my loved belongings, because I had this diecast upside down, I had the shell upside down, and I was putting in like the rubber bands for the tethers. I went somewhere, I don't remember where, I think I went to work or something, and then I came back. 2 of the 4 tethers were torn out of the car. I had to re-glue it back in. It sucked. It was a headache. I still love her to death, don't get me wrong. She's a pain in the butt sometimes. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You can't see her, but I'm talking to her, pointing at her. Give me the death stare. Oh, God, she attacked me. Hey, back up, demon. Jesus. No, really, I love my cat. She's just a pain sometimes. But yeah, either way, here is my most detailed custom ever. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video, even though I did that kind of backwards.